This is my review of using the PowerBreathe Plus for several months. Now, the first thing that I did was I purchased one of those cheap white plastic breathing devices. It's the one that has three metal balls in it. I wasn't very impressed with it. I didn't think that it provided enough resistance. It wasn't enough customization. It was a little bit noisy. The next device that I tried was one of these ones where you're supposed to wear it when you're exercising. So you go like that and then go for a run. Some problems with this is, again, not enough resistance and not enough control over the amount of resistance on your breathing. The plastic here where you bite broke off for me because I was biting it too hard. And the other big issue is just there's too much slobber that accumulates. So I ended up spending a lot more money on the Power Breathe Plus, but it was worth it. Now, when you first get it, it's just going to seem like cheap plastic. So you're going to be wondering why you spent so much money, but I've never had any problems. Apparently, it's medical grade plastic. I don't know, but it hasn't broken, smashed, or anything like that. I would say I have more of a problem actually with the soft part where you bite. Not that it breaks, it's just that it gets a bit discolored and doesn't look the greatest after a few months. Now, the way that you clean it is you just let it sit in warm water for a period of time and then take it out. However, I would say this is the best breathing device that I've ever used. So I've been using this to help improve my breathing. I've been using it to help improve my exercise ability when I go running. It provides a lot of advantages, whether you're using it for medical purposes, athletic purposes, etc. I'm using it for both. And one of the things I'm really impressed with is just how much resistance it has. Now, I bought the heavy resistance one, and I'm still only at one of the lowest settings. So there's a huge variance here that you can play with as your lung capacity gets better and better. Now, the other thing I want to say is that when people use it, they tend to use it wrong. So I was using it wrong for a very long period, which was I was only doing maybe 10 or 12 breaths at a time. I was mostly breathing just sort of with my upper body or with my mouth. What you're supposed to do is do 30 breaths 2 times a day. So I was doing 30 breaths in the morning, 30 breaths at night. And your breaths are supposed to be kind of long and exaggerated. So what you do is you inhale quickly and then exhale either slowly or at a medium pace. So something like this. And as you do those breaths, you're supposed to activate your diaphragm and perhaps your other muscles, etc. Another thing I learned about breathing, kind of unrelated to the power breath, is that there is a debate going on as to whether you're supposed to breathe more with your belly or more with your kind of rib cage area, and you can figure out what way of perceiving your breath is going to work best for you. Now, as for whether this device is worth it, I would say that it is cheaper than the AeroFit. So it's not the most expensive one on the market, but it's certainly infinitely better than the other two cheaper ones that I tried. So if you are looking for a breathing device that you can use for an extended period, that you can use as you graduate in the strength, then I do recommend going with the Power Breath.